When we are young, we often want to change the world. We would like the world to be kinder, fairer, more generous, and there to be more good in the world. But changing the world isn't easy, and as we become more experienced, we become jaded about how the world works. But what if we could change the world? How do we go about doing that? While changing the world seems vague and idealistic, it can be achievable if we break it down into 3 phases. These phases are not sequential and are largely dependent on what is necessary. Stage 1. Actualize your change in the world. Choose one thing you want to change about the world. Turn it into a project and research what projects are out there, achieving what you want to do. Get a good idea of what they're doing and how you might apply it to your community, to your country, with your friends. For example, you may want the world to care more about environmental impact. Maybe this means reducing the amount of plastics in the world. Maybe this means cleaning up the world we do have. You can take it in several different directions. You can create compost and teach others to install one in their homes. You can invent a new sort of plastic, one made from fish biomaterial. You can intern or volunteer at a certified B corporation to learn how they may be achieving their goals of changing the world for the better. You may want less stigma regarding mental health. This may be a matter of supporting people with lived experiences by spotlighting their artwork or creating a platform for them to talk about their experiences. No matter what you choose, try to make the change tangible. Once you decide your overall objective, you then need smaller, smart goals to accompany it. If you want to reduce plastic, for example, you'll need goals to support that. S. Choose specific. Who do you want to reduce plastic? Where do you want there to be less plastic? Create personas and situations where plastic is being used and identify where there is an alternative. M. Choose measurable goals. How much plastic will be recovered? A. Choose achievable goals. How many resources do I need to achieve this goal? How much funding would I need? Do I need to bootstrap the idea? You are a limited resource, and it's important to acknowledge that some things are out of budget or way too time consuming or it's just simply too grand in scale. It's important to narrow down the things you can do at this stage. R. Choose relevant. What is the ideal situation for me to make an impact? T. Choose time-bound goals. What can I achieve in a week? In 2 weeks? A month? What can I achieve in a year? Step 3. Choose a platform or create a platform where you are empowered to do grand things. Surround yourself with like-minded people who either want to achieve the same goals that you do or help you maintain positivity, encouragement, or passion. The environment you are in is crucial. Sometimes you will gain resources, sometimes you will gain advice, and sometimes you will gain inspiration. It doesn't matter if there are other people who want to do the same things you do, or if they are further along in your journey. No one's journey is exactly the same, and while some things might be similar, there may be some key differences to each journey. 4. Do your thing. Track your progress, celebrate small wins, reflect on your learnings, and use them to make your own journey easier. 5. Evaluate your journey. Evaluate your process. Check in with yourself to see if this idea or concept is sustainable. Check in with yourself that you are overall satisfied. Redefine what you want to change. Number 6. Go back to step 2. Stage 2. Conceptualize your change in the world. Once you have a tangible story, you want your idea and your concept to be distributed to the world at large. Remember step 1 of stage 1? You want to be the first thing people see when they research the idea or concept, or the first thing they think of when they're trying to get into the space you are in. This means marketing yourself and marketing your journey. There are 2 reasons you want to do this: to inspire others and gain support, or 2, to reach people who can help you with your goal. The best way to market yourself is to gain influence. Attention is today's currency, and the more attention you have, the more likely you are able to influence someone else's thinking. The more you appear in front of someone, the more likely they are to remember your messaging. The more attention you will have. Be in their medium of choice, be accessible, and you will be in the front of their mind. It doesn't matter how many people disagree with you. You just need to reach the people who will agree with you, and passionately at that. But attention isn't the only factor. You also need to be relatable. The more relatable you are, the more persuasive you would seem. If you are relatable, people will try to understand your train of thought. Without that relatableness, no matter how hard you try, some people just won't agree. There are several ways you can go about this, but the most effective way, in my opinion, is to emphasize with people without shaming them. The message also needs to be catchy and easy to echo. It doesn't matter how much you explain something, if it's not short, sweet, and has a nice sentiment, it won't be remembered. People will be able to remember how you made them feel, but they won't be able to influence other people to understand you. A short, simple phrase that captures everything you stand for is very persuasive. A STAR response, for example, is a corporate way of articulating what impact you can and will create. STAR stands for situation, task you were responsible for, the action you took, and the results that happened. Last but not least, money can change the world we live in. Most of us live in a capitalist society, and a lot of products and services can make a big impact on how the world sees us. It might be better hair, it might be better equipment, it might be more accessibility to all sorts of events and gathering in the world. Money by itself is not effective, but when used the right way, it can be your biggest ally. Stage 3. Implement your change on the world. While marketing yourself and your concept and your ideas is great, you also need a purpose for that marketing. Translate that attention into tangible efforts for your cause. People might want to contribute or help, but if you don't provide the method, they might turn that attention to something else. You need to translate your efforts into a system. The society as a whole is dependent on a number of intricate systems. If you really want to make a difference, you need to address the system as a whole and then suggest a better alternative. To permanently change the world, you will need to create systems that embody your ideas and concepts beyond you. For example, you might want to introduce your initiatives to schools and teach future generations the importance of your cause. Or you might want to create a charity or a not-for-profit to work with other charities and businesses. You may even want to introduce the concept to your local government. The idea behind this is you want things to move even when you're not forcing them to move. You can create a ripple effect. You can change the world with an idea. So how would you change the world? What do you want to change about it?